What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Black Sheep Boulevard. And I know it's been about a week since my last video, but your girl's been busy. And real quick before we get into the video, because I already know y'all see the title, so I already know it's definitely gonna be for a select group of people. But before I get into that, I am still offering the clarity call. So if you want to go ahead and set up a clarity call with your girl, email me at yourfavoriteblacksheep@gmail.com to set up a call. Please let me know in the email what time zone you're in, where you're from, and like what is a good bracket of time for you so we can figure that out. You can talk to someone like me who has been the black sheep of the family and has gone no contact with a good majority of them and low contact with some, so maybe I can help you out in your situation. But now that we got all that shit over now, okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. All right. And this is something that I talked about on TikTok, and it pissed a lot of people off. And it'll probably piss off a lot of people here. And I don't give a fuck, because it's the truth. And just because you didn't experience it doesn't mean that people like me didn't experience it. So shut that shit up. All right. Now, when it comes down to it, y'all, like, when you are a half sibling, I know a lot of families, they love to, portray, oh, we're all one family. It doesn't matter who's the dad, who's the mom. We all share like one similar parent. We get treated the same. We love each other the same. And that may be cool and work in your situation. But obviously, if you're on this channel, then you're the black sheep of your family, or you know someone who is the black sheep of your family or their family, right? So let me just, share my experience, okay? I have two older sisters that both came from the same dad, and so they share the same parents. And then those were the ones that I was raised with. Then I have two younger ones that were, have the same dad. I did not grow up with them at all. Really, just found out who these freaking people were like a couple years ago, literally, okay, as adults. But they have the same parents. So where does that leave me? Right in the middle, okay? Even though I was raised as the youngest, because I wasn't raised with my younger siblings at all. We didn't even know them or where they were. But that leaves me like basically the redheaded stepchild, okay? So let me just share with you like some things that I noticed and I felt early on at a young age, even though I couldn't quite explain it to other people. But I always felt like I was treated differently from my older two sisters. I don't look like them at all. You know what I'm saying? Completely different skin tone. They're light skin, I'm brown skin. Don't really look like them really in the face at all. Like, you would not put me and them together. Then it's like I would notice, right? They would team up against me and just pick on me. Like, ain't no way to put like else to say it. Like, shit, they was picking on me. And keep in mind, these chicks are both like significantly older than me. So one is like 10 years older than me. The other is like 6 years older than me. So they're already closer in age than I am to either one of them, right? So there's that. But see, what people don't like to talk about when it comes to, family, to have siblings, okay? So that's what this video is about. There are times when the person that does not have the same mother or father, whichever parent is the different parent, they get treated differently. They get treated like shit. They get treated, like they're the redheaded stepchild. They get picked on, made fun of, always put down. The parent even treats that have sibling different because maybe they don't like your daddy or they don't like your mama and you look like them. And this to me is where like narcissism really starts. You know what I'm saying? And people who are empaths like get pounced on the most. And because I definitely did. Like, y'all, when I tell you anything that I tried to, say I wanted to do, they always place doubt in my mind. Like I said, they would always gang up on me if, and I know, regular, sibling fights and stuff happen. But it's different when you're that half sibling and they're treating you like an half sibling. You see what I'm saying? They don't include you in things. They talk shit about you. They may even talk about how you look. There may even be times, y'all, like real shit, like where they may come out and say it. I've heard of that happening. Now that, at least not to my face, I've never heard that, said to me. But there was a time when my birth mother, she said she had to check one of them because they were calling me their half siblings, which I'm going to be honest with you, looking at everything now as an adult, I'm like, well, shit, I am their fucking half sibling. Like, you know what I mean? Technically, shit, that's a scientific fact. Like, I am their half sibling, but they were doing it in the sense like, oh, she's just a half sibling. She's not really our real sister. And honestly, I believe that actually happened. Now, y'all want to know what's really funny is my mother figure, basically my mother figure that raised me, not my birth mother. She basically tried to spin that narrative around and said that I said that about them. And I know for a fact that never came out of my mouth. Now, oh yeah, I say that all day long. You are a half sibling. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no way about it. But people don't understand that behind closed doors, the whole family may pick at you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, thank God this wasn't the case for me, but like, especially if like the siblings that do share both the same mom and dad, their dad is in the home, or their mom is in the home. Like, they might fuck around and pick with you too. They may be orchestrating all of the bullshit and the bullying and the pettiness going on. They'll be the one, like, pulling the strings on keeping y'all, like, as rivals, when the whole time you're just looking for love from your family. You're looking for acceptance. You want to be one of them. And you already know, like, let's just be real, okay? Y'all, I was able to recognize very young that I don't look shit like these people. I don't look shit like these people. Am I adopted? And yes, I wondered that shit growing up. Like, am I fucking adopted? Because I don't look nothing like these people. And if it wasn't for my mother figure, I probably wouldn't have thought I was related to anybody in that family. Just being real, because I don't feel like I look like none of them. You know what I'm saying? At least not then. So I feel like that's a struggle too. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to talk about, they hate it, and this may trigger some of y'all that got kids by multiple men and multiple women. I'm going to just tell you right now, I do not apologize for anything that I say in this video. If you take offense to that, stop having kids with different people. Okay, so I don't care. Because the truth of the matter is, your children may end up treating, one child different that you have because of this very reason. So get out your feelings, because it ain't no good here. Your feelings don't pay no bills around here. And it ain't going to stop me from saying what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if y'all are like, oh, well, I had half siblings and they didn't treat me like that. Okay, good for you. Do you want a Scooby snack? Why are you here? Now, with that being said, I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And you're not going to stop me from telling my story and telling the truth. Because just because it didn't happen to you, like I said at the beginning of this video, doesn't mean it didn't happen to me and other people. And it's so weird, y'all. Like, when you are that half sibling that is treated different, it's like they watch everything you do. They watch you just to critique you, just to belittle you, just to, like, put negative thoughts about yourself in anything you do. Your intelligence, the way you look, the way you talk. They will have you fucking around and walking on eggshells, and not really being your real self, afraid to be your real self because, like, they feel some sort of way. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, some of y'all that are treated a certain way for being a half siblings, even though they will never see, and this is one thing too, they'll never admit that they're treating you different for that reason. They'll never admit that. So don't even expect them to. They gonna lie about that because they know it's fucked up. But some of y'all look better than y'all siblings. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all look better than them, and that's why they hating. Some of y'all are more talented than them. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I don't really think nobody in my family is ugly. I really don't. Even with the way that they treated me and the way they talk about me and things like that, I don't think, as far as the eye concerns, like I don't think anybody in my family is ugly. My family just don't have ugly people like that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as their spirit, yeah, they're very jealous hearted people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it's the same for y'all watching this video. And they may have just been jealous of the fact that you were smart. Maybe you were gifted in some way that they weren't. And you were getting attention, you know? And y'all, the parents play such a big deal with this shit and a big part of this, because they'll never ever, like, especially if you have narcissistic parents, just keeping it real, they're never going to give you a compliment or praise you to your face, but they may, you know, play that messy ass role, and they will go to that sibling and say something and put a bug in their ear purposely to make them jealous, which is all they're doing is basically using them as a minion to now get to you and attack you. And it's really fucking sick. It's really sick. I know there may be some cases where maybe, you know, if you are that half sibling that I'm talking about, maybe there was some bad situations with your parent. That definitely, that was the case in mine. And even though I asked my sisters, I asked them that, did they feel like they, you know, held that against me because of how my dad was with them? Because apparently he was like abusive towards them, as far as like physically, like just, you know, being abusive. Never really will know the truth about that because this nigga dead. But at the end of the day, they said no, but I don't think that that's true. I don't. And you have to understand, if you're in a situation like that where that was your story, that was like your parents' story, and maybe they abused your half siblings, and you know, maybe you didn't know shit about it like me because you was a baby, but that has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has nothing to do with you. You're not your parents. You're not them. And really, if anything, that's more of like a selfish, not a selfish, but like just really a weak ass attempt at them trying to gain power to, like, I guess, hurt the child of the person that hurt them. You see what I'm saying? And even though you have no idea what the fuck happened. But at the end of the day, y'all, okay, this is something that really goes on. Like, this is something that really goes on. People love to keep this shit behind closed doors and, you know, keep it hush-hush. And they want to write you off as the black sheep, the scapegoat. Oh, you're just crazy. Oh, you don't love family. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. When in reality, they pushed you away because of how they treated you. And that's why you don't really have a good relationship with them to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there were plenty times, y'all, like when I was younger, I used to feel like, yo, like, I would rather be an only child right now or be a fucking orphan. You know what I'm saying? Because these people don't treat me like they're my siblings. Like, they treat me like, you know, they got beef. Like, what's the problem? And it's one-sided beef. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to stop rambling. And, but like I said, if anybody has a problem with this video, I really don't give a damn, okay? Look at this face. Does this look like I care? Okay, I'm going to keep telling my truth, and I'm going to keep telling the truth of people like me so that they can find validation in their stories and the things that they've been through. And if you don't like it, you can just skip to Malou, my darling. All right, and I will catch y'all on the next video.